Welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. Chris Holman here, broadcasting from remote. Not so remote from my home, but remote from our studio, as a matter of fact, which, as you all know, is now located at the Capital Region International Airport. So you can see us as you go through TSA. It's pretty cool. In the meantime, one of our favorite guests, Carrie Rosingana, joins us right now. She's the CEO of CAMW, the Capital Area Michigan Works. And as always, it's great to have you on, Carrie. How you doing?
I'm doing well. 2023 is kicking off to a great start, Chris.
Unbelievable. And it seems like it was so far away. I'm hesitant to ask, but did you have a good holiday?
I did. Thanks so much. Yeah, I took some time off with my family. You know, that work-life balance is important.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I had an enjoyable time with them. Thanks for asking.
Well, and somebody in charge took care of us because we got a big dump of snow right over that holiday to make it real Christmas, you know?
We sure did.
Yeah. Okay, kiddo. So this is also a good time for reflection. 2022 at CAMW there. Let's go over what happened there and maybe some of the highlights.
Yeah, so we had a great 2022. And honestly, it felt a little bit like we were able to return back to somewhat normal practices. We were able to start to host more in-person events. We were able to bring job seekers back into our centers for all of 2022 to help them directly. But we also were able to maintain some of those hybrid practices that we had with virtual workshops, and also with being able to have individuals connect via our website, which was really great for services.
Yeah.
And we're really fortunate. We invested over $8 million into our economy, into our job seekers, into our employers in that tri-county or tri-county region, to help make sure that people were successful.
Now, the Tri-County, for all of you around the state that are listening or observing, is Eaton, Ingham, and Clinton, of course. So mid-Michigan, basically, is what you're talking about. So, Carrie, tell me, the 8 million, how was it distributed? How did that get back into the system?
Yeah, great question, Chris. So over 4 million of that was able to go directly to our employers here within mid-Michigan, through our Going Pro Talent Fund program that we have. That program helps individual employers to be able to train both new employees as well as retain some new, or retain their current base that they have of employees that they're working with that may need some new skill upgrading. So that was a huge portion of what we were able to put back in. But we also served over 27,000 people through all three of our locations, and we're able to help them with things like resume development, directly getting them connected to jobs within this area that we serve, and also to be able to help pay for things like on-the-job training for them and things of that nature. So it went directly back to the businesses and the job seekers.
Training, of course, a big part of all this. Okay, so at the end of the year, as you reflect, and congratulations on that year, by the way, what's your program of work? What are your projects for 2023?
Well, it's already kicking off to be a really, really busy year. In February 6th, we're hosting our first actual event for the year, which is an expungement fair. And we're doing that in partnership with a number of community resources here. And it's open to help people who may have a charge on their record that's eligible for expungement, which will in turn make them more marketable for employment opportunities here. So if you're interested in learning more, we have information out on our website as well as on our social media channels too, for anyone interested. We also are really looking forward. It's our first year. We're bringing back our My Career Quest Capital Area event. We're hosting that yep, I'm excited about that one, in mid-May. And we're going to bring employers in to have hands-on activities for career awareness exposure for school programs across our region too. So some really exciting big events that we're looking at already and planning for.
So this is kind of interesting because this whole thing has been done before, but it went in hiatus during COVID, obviously, because you can't have that many people. But you facilitated at that. And I bring this all up only because I chair it and I want it to get exposure, right? So, so how many employers got involved the last time, and how many kids went through for this career awareness?
Yeah, so we had over 50 employers who participated. Some of them had multiple booths where they had different activities for students to engage with. And it's not a traditional job fair. They actually have the hands-on tactical experiences that youth have. But we had over 3,000 youth who came through all in one day to be able to engage with those employers and see some different careers that maybe they hadn't ever thought about before. So it was just a really exciting time, and we're really, really looking forward to doing it again.
It's interesting because I don't think a lot of people are really exposed to the fact that kids don't think about careers, the majority of them, until career is staring them in the face. You know,
Absolutely.
yeah. So
Yeah.
this has always been a very interesting thing, and thanks so much for getting involved in that. We got about 30 seconds. Arithmetic. More people leaving the job force than coming in. Are we able to take care of employers?
So I think it's about the employers maybe looking at doing things a little different than they have, because the numbers are a mismatch, and we're going to continue to see that, with people going out of the workforce quicker than we're putting people into it. So I think you've seen a lot of employers over a pandemic who really evaluated and looked at how business looks and what they need to look at for the future. We're also helping to make sure that the job seekers are prepared with multiple credentials and many opportunities, so that way they do have some flexibility to help meet that employer need now, but also in the future, for whatever comes next in their career.
Well, let's keep those employers fueled. Carrie Rosingana, CEO of the Capillary Michigan Works, as always, great job, and thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks so much, Chris.
I'm Chris Holman. You've been watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network. We'll be back with more.